Alright, good morning gamers, and I'm here playing Void Breakers. It is a indie first-person shooter, fast-paced, a lot of content really. There's tons of things to do, tons of different weapons to unlock. They have a roadmap that they're planning on even releasing even more content soon. So, what are we going to talk about today? Well, we're going to talk about anime community. So the anime community can kind of be split into the true anime fans, the fake anime fans, and I'll start with the fake anime fans because I think that explains a lot about who are true anime fans. Let me look at this optic. So true anime fans tend to, or I guess fake anime fans tend to try to only watch really what's popular. So whatever is really, they hear about a lot. They're like, okay, this is something that is trending right now. It may just be one anime for the whole season. It may be a few animes for the whole season. But the reality is that every season there's like, I don't know, like 20 animes that comes out that are all kinds of different genres. And fake anime fans tend to they tend to kind of ignore that for the most part. What the heck is this? Okay. Oh my god, I'm zooming. I'm zooming. Okay. Yeah, so fake anime fans tend to be people who don't want to watch some of the small anime because they find it uninteresting or it's just not as, dopamine rushy as the big three anime like shonens and really shonens, because I think a lot of the big animes are very much shonen or like very action-packed animes. So you got JJK, you have Bleach, you have Naruto. And I'm not trying to say those animes are bad. I'm just saying that if you're a person who's only subjecting yourself to very big, trendy anime, it's not really feels like you're a real anime fan. And instead, you're kind of just a person who has a lack of appreciation for some aspects that are also shown in small anime that may cater to some part of the genre a little bit more focused. A good example of this is like Freyren. Freyren was a small anime, or at least an anime that was quite overshadowed, where a lot of people just didn't care about it, didn't watch it, and the true anime fans have to keep on advocating for it. And even then, it wasn't gaining popularity until you started to see like the edits, the TikTok edits, the Instagram edits of, okay, Freyren, the Demon Slayer, right? Has been doing this forever. Probably the one thing that the Demon Lord ever feared in his entire life. Those kind of edits. And it hates to say that it really takes anime to have edit-worthy content in order to be very popular in something that's like, I don't know, a genre that's really not meant to be like that. I think that's why a lot of like even romance animes and a lot of smaller other genres of animes, whether sci-fi, mecha, ecchi, harems, whatever it may be, have to kind of start to include more clip-worthy content in order to be popular. It it hurts the anime community. It hurts manga artists who want to create something that's a lot more unique, a lot more personal to them. Like, I mean, there was a time when, romance animes was really big and, ecchis and harems was, really big, right? But even then, that era was still being overshadowed by, I would say, a lot of the big three anime. Even now, it's like One Piece, Dragon Ball, JJK, My Hero Academia final season, and even One Punch Man are just overshadowing a lot of the small animes. Even like right now, Gachi Yakuda. Gachi Yakuda is really popular. It's a really good anime. I'm not hating on it. But if you ask a lot of people, it's like, what else did you watch besides Gachi Yakuda for this season? Or what do you recommend besides Gachi Yakuda for this season? There's probably nothing they really could recommend you. And part of the reason is because you're asking people who only watch trendy anime. If you ask me, I would say, well, go watch level 999 Gacha, right? Go watch I don't need a class to be a hero, something like that, or go watch what is it? My status says assassin exceeds the hero, right? I think those are really good animes that are very small right now that deserves a lot more appreciation than they're getting. They're not really being showcased. No one's talking about them really unless you come across like an anime. Oh wow, that's kind of sick. Unless you come across like an anime Instagram anime, you know, whatever. Unless you're like looking for like, you know, animes to watch this season, you're really just not gonna find it, right? You're just gonna kind of stick to whatever's trending and that's it. And if that's the case, I just think that you're really just a fake anime fan. You have to explore your options. I feel that if you're gonna be a fan of any sort of entertainment industry, the beauty of entertainment in general is that there are all kinds of entertainment. Like if you're a sports fan, I would not consider you a sports fan if you're only watching NBA or you're only watching the NFL. It's like, okay, maybe you're a football fan, right? Or a basketball fan, but I wouldn't say you're a sports fan. It's like you're not really trying to enjoy golf. You're not trying to enjoy swimming or anything else, or you know, volleyball or gymnastics, right? You kind of have just subjected yourself to a very small portion of that entertainment industry. And I feel like this is it's a very common thing for Americans. I mean, America's all about making money, and whatever sells is what makes money, you know? But that kind of ideology, like I said, can hurt manga artists and smaller manga people from being able to, oh my god, from being able to pursue their passions in certain eras. Like if they're not doing something that's clip worthy, if they're not making like a romance anime that's like slightly action packed, it's just not gonna sell and stuff like that. Hold on a second. Okay, look, I'm getting a little bit tired of, you know, the emergency calls, because it's like what do you want me to do? You want me to go out there on a, like, unless there's a bounty on someone's head, I'm not going to go out there and do it myself, unfortunately. Anyways, as I was saying, yeah, it hurts the small anime community that wants to pursue like slice of life drama, horror. It's without having to be some sort of action filled content. And the American audience, I think it's just so like dopamine filled that if it's not, you know, making their brain cells go, oh my god, that was sick as fuck, it's not worthy to watch. And like I said, Freywind is a good example of this. Like no one cared about Freywind when it was first starting, because Freywind wasn't that action packed when it first started, until we got the edits of the, you know, she being the demon slayer and everything. That's when we started to see more people watching Freywind, and then everybody says, "Oh, Freywind is amazing." Well, it's like, well, Freywind was always good. You just were so used to the dopamine, you just couldn't imagine Raven, if Raven didn't have the action pack in it, like I don't know if it would have been as popular as it is now. And that's kind of what I'm getting at. It's like you can't even have like a proper isekai without it being something that has to be always action packed. Like what is it? Jobless Reincarnation is a good example of this too. It fell off when it stopped being so action packy, right? Like once once it became more like, I don't know, like family oriented, I guess you could say. It's or more harem oriented, it kind of fell off. I mean, Dusk Beyond, was it the new anime that's kind of new right now? Dusk Beyond the Journey or something like that. Really cool in the beginning, and then it kind of fallen off since it's starting to become more like a romance instead of like a what is it called? A, like, you know, dystopia, you know, the world is ending kind of anime. But me personally, I still enjoy it. I think it's still really good, and I'm still watching it. I mean, and that brings me to the point of like true anime fans. True anime fans, it's like they'll enjoy the anime for what the anime is providing to it, not what they want the anime to be. Not every anime has to be some sort of like shonen that's incredibly popular, that if it doesn't do what we want it to do, it sucks. And true anime fans will sit there and say, well, like, was it VV's Fluorescent Eyes? If anybody's heard of that, that's obviously, in my opinion, one of the most beautiful anime. Really, it's I think I've watched a ton of anime, and there's really not as anywhere as anime that comes too close as the beauty in that one. Really, it's just overly well done. But when I ask, like, you know, my friends who watch anime, no, they haven't. Ooh, semi-auto. To watch my anime fans, it's like, no, they're just never seen it, never heard of it, and they would never even try to watch it because it sounds kind of whack, right? The title's not that appealing, and it sounds pretty much like a whack ass anime, and I just think that's like a wrong take to think, is that just based upon the title, oh, terrible, oh, whack. It's if it's not like JJK, it's not good enough. I mean, even when you go to like anime conventions, you kind of see it. You know, you kind of see the you kind of see where like a lot of people who dress up as anime, there are a lot of the cosplays is very much popular anime, and not so much like the smaller ones. I mean, people still don't know about, you know, Kakagori, Danganronpa. People don't watch that. People think those are whack. People don't watch like ID Invaded, right? People don't watch what's another like big one, one that I think was pretty big for a little bit, or at least has gotten a lot of recognition. World Trigger. Like World Trigger, no one like, you know, World Trigger has like 70 episodes. You just don't get 70 episodes if your anime is garbage, right? Same thing with Darker Than Black. It's like you just don't get, you know, a season and a movie if your anime is garbage, is how I feel. And yet underappreciated, not well known. I mean, even in some cases, Vinland Saga was that way for a while too. It just was a anime that I think was also quite small for a little bit, and until the edits came out, it started to blow up. But yeah, it's just even like Akudama Drive, probably still no one ever heard of that. I highly recommend that too. And there's a whole bunch of genres of anime that I can keep going down. I mean, like I think, like I said, like mecha. Even if you look at mecha anime, it's like, oh, I've only watched Gurren Lagann and Code Geass. Well, it's like, what, you never watched Gundam? It's like, like, no, I never watched Gundam. Why would I watch Gundam? It's not going to be as good as Gurren Lagann. It's like, Japan has a whole Gundam, you know, has a whole real life Gundam. And you're just trying to say that it's just not good enough. I don't know. It's crazy to me. So I think a lot of true anime fans understand the appreciation of anime way better than the fake anime fans who are like, yeah, I'm an anime fan, but you really aren't anime fans because you subject yourself to like a certain kind of anime only. And I just can't see you being a true anime fan if you're only gonna watch, or you're only gonna, compare anime to the most hype, most popular, most well-selling animes. That's just not how that works. Your expectations of anime are gonna be too high for the average standard entertainment industry. Like really, your just expectations are just gonna be too high. If it's not gonna reach that kind of level of hype, it's just not good enough. And I disagree. That's some like fake anime person take. If you're a true anime fan, you would understand. So I think that's pretty much the end of this video. I'll see y'all next morning. And if you're a true anime fan, let me know what you think is to be considered a true anime fan or a fake anime fan, or if you don't even think there's any of them. And if you just think, if you're an anime lover, you love anime for different kinds of thing, and I can also respect that take too. Yeah, I'll see y'all next morning. Dale, love y'all.